to the Tea and Crystals podcast. I am T.
And I'm Kristal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy to have you all back with us for another illustrious episode of this here podcast. Now, we got a lot of good stuff to get into today. But before we do, y'all know how I got to start the show. Kristal, how are you, my friend?
I'm good for the most part. I'm not gonna lie. The last couple of nights, I have slept like the bent neck lady from what was the Netflix show, The Haunting? Like my neck is so sore. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't do horror.
I don't do no scary movies, so I
Oh
don't get this
yeah.
reference.
And I can't even be like, oh, it's not that bad. It is that bad. Don't watch
It's
it if
that
you don't.
bad.
Yeah, don't watch it if you don't like horror shows.
I can barely handle Hocus Pocus. So,
Okay, so this is
yeah,
significantly worse. Anyone who's watched
worse.
it, A Haunting,
Okay.
they'll understand the reference I'm getting, but
Okay.
not so spoilerly, not too much of a spoiler, but it's basically a ghost that her neck is constantly bent. They call her the bent neck lady because they can't see her face or anything about
Mm,
her other than
mm.
she has a neck that's like bent. And that's how I feel like I've slept the past 2 nights.
Damn.
So like my whole upper
Mm.
back is just. But yeah, other
Ooh.
than that, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, that's good. We have not had much to say these past couple of weeks. It's
I
been like, hey, how you
know.
doing? Yeah, I'm all right. Let's
I'm
go.
good. Cool. Yeah, because I'm not working, so it's not like I have anything to vent about. So it's just,
hmm
anything
Girl, it is
that
what it
I
is.
can't vent about, you already know because we do it in the
Right.
pre-show.
Correct.
But as far as the show,
Correct.
yeah, I'm good. I think my brother really enjoyed the fact that he supplied us a story that people really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So
He should be proud of that one because that
he
was a good one.
he
That shit got
was
me mad.
he was really proud of
Mm.
it. So but yeah, and it seems to have gotten quite a few people scandalized.
Yeah.
Scandalized.
It's scandal.
So a scandal.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
I
I
forgot what the fuck I was about to say. Never mind.
cool. Let's get right into it then.
Let's get
If we're
right
reading
into it.
someone else's words, we can't forget it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start, and this one
Okay.
comes from r/slash relationship advice, and it is entitled "Secrets Are Never Forever."
Ooh, that
Girl.
is
Talk
true.
about it's scandalous. Now I have to give y'all a little bit of context, right? So this is written by a woman, um, pertaining her husband,
Hmm.
and they are in their mid 50s. Okay, she didn't put that in the letter. She put it in the title, but it was kind of just weird. So,
Gotcha.
secrets are never forever. She says, we have two children, 27-year-old son and a 30-year-old daughter, four grandchildren, and we have been married for 32 years. I want to keep this as short as possible, but I am so scared of what is going to happen to our lives now that this secret has come out. My son came to me and saw me a week ago. My husband was at work. We sat down and I knew something was wrong and I was concerned for him. I told him to just tell me what the problem was and we will sort through this, whatever it is. He said he didn't know how to start, so he would just put it all on the table and see what I have to say. I was getting very concerned at this stage and never thinking that what he would tell me would destroy our lives.
What'd
My
he
son
tell her?
told me,
What'd he
girl,
tell her?
strap in. My son told me that he took an ancestry DNA test because, like his dad, he is very interested in geology. And he wanted his kids to know where they came from in the history. It still didn't click at this point, and I thought that it was stemming from some medical issue that may be present and express my thoughts. No, mom, he said, that isn't the problem. The problem is that dad has no common DNA. I started shaking and went into shock. He asked if dad knows. I told him no, and I didn't know until now. The
Bitch,
secret
what
I
you
had kept. Right, like, girl, what you mean you ain't know
mean?
till
What you
now?
mean you don't know?
Oh, wait. The secret I had kept for 28 years is no longer a secret. I knew that my son could have been the product of a mistake I made early on in my marriage when he was born. But when he was born, he looked so much like my husband and I that I dismissed it and convinced myself that he was. The mistake was when we were going through a tough time with my husband, working long hours, and we were struggling to get a deposit for a house. We were also trying for a second child. One of my husband's friends was in our lives as he was going through a breakup, and we were trying to be supportive. My husband was at work, and his friend and I were drinking and just talking about life. We got drunk and, yes, had sex. I can't even remember it, and the next morning, his friend and I were mortified and vowed to never bring it up again. It was such a long time ago, I cannot even really remember it. I dismiss it as one mistake, and I was never tempted to cheat again. Well, I fell pregnant, and here we are. My husband is such a loving man, and our marriage has always been strong. My son wants me to tell him, as he will find out soon enough through ancestry. How do I proceed? I'm disgusted that this is going to destroy my husband and my entire family. I know I was a piece of shit back then for doing what I did. I can't erase that. But the hurt we are all going to go through, I cannot fathom. My husband has not found out yet, but I have to tell him before he finds out.
There's a
Kristal.
lot of there's a lot of contradictory stuff going on in that letter, in my opinion. Like, you have no idea, you didn't know, but at the same time, this secret you've been keeping for 28 years, like, come on, ma'am. Yeah, your husband's gonna find out. He is, of course he is. I don't know why you thought this was something you could keep a secret. Maybe, I don't even know. Like, I guess if you wanted to keep this a secret, waiting until the baby was born to see what they look like and being like, okay, cool. But I would have still, at some point, I would have tried to find out. Like, you knew
Right.
this was a possibility. At some point, when the doctor was like, yeah, you're so and so many weeks or months pregnant, you would have been like, um, oh, that's a little
But mind
close.
you,
That's a
if this
little
is her
close.
husband, she was switching from ding to dong. You
I
know what
know,
I'm
but she
saying?
said that like they were going through a rough time right now. So
Now
like
that's true.
how often were they, getting it
What's
on
the
if they're
ding
going,
donging?
yeah,
Yeah.
if they were getting it. But even so, learning right around when you conceive, you would have known, oh, that's also right around the time that I was with this person, you know.
Hmm.
So there is a possibility. There's a possibility.
Girl, there sure is.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel you. Your husband's about to feel a betrayal that no person should have to feel. But I mean, that's the risk you took when you decided to keep this secret for 28 years.
Girl.
Um, I mean, what else can you do? I hope that because it's been so many years and it was only the one time, that he can learn to forgive you with some much needed therapy and maybe a period of time of separation. But
But girl,
you
not only is he
also
learning that she cheated on him during that time, that his kid ain't his.
is, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like
this
he
isn't
he
just
has
a
that double whammy. Like,
mm-hmm,
girl, not you, because okay, you cheated on me. That's one layer.
right.
My child ain't my child. That's the second layer. You cheated with my friend who I was
Mm-hmm,
letting be over at the house in the first place with you
mm-hmm,
alone. That's another layer. You let that nigga nut in you.
mm-hmm.
That would be what destroyed me right then and there. I could now if y'all had used protection, bitch, maybe I can get over.
Right.
But you let that man nut. You let him shoot the club up, and you accepted it, girl. You ain't even go to the bathroom. Was like, like trying to get that thing out you. Do whatever you could to get that out of you.
uh,
You let that thing marinate into a child. I'm sorry.
Look, I mean, there's nothing other than the fact that you got to tell him sooner rather than later. I mean, it's better it's coming from you than it is from your son, because your son has made it abundantly clear that he's going to find out.
Oh yeah.
He's being nice and being like, you should be the one to tell him, but he's saying he's going to find out.
Oh yeah.
So, uh girl, good luck. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you at the end of the day, you put yourself in this position. You're not really getting any sympathy from me. You're not.
More like at the beginning of the day.
Right.
Okay. All years ago. Y'all in your
Yeah.
mid 50s. I mean, I, the likelihood for real of him
Hmm.
going somewhere, I think is low because y'all knocking on 60 door.
I
Okay.
know.
Having to start over at that point,
Hmm.
baby, we finna take this shit to the casket. You
Yes.
understand? I'm just gonna have to learn to get over it. I'm gonna be mad
Yeah.
at you for a little while,
Right.
but I'm gonna have to get over it because am I really finna divorce you for some shit that happened 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Probably
I
not.
mean, like I said, you have to be prepared for, at best, maybe a short term, not even short term, but a term of separation and couples therapy to
Mm,
work through it. But don't be surprised if he is like, you know what? I'm 50, but I'm not 100, so I'm gonna take my chance. I'm gonna
that
go do
is
my
true.
thing. You know, I
I
don't know
only
what
have to
your
take
relationship.
half of Viagra pill now. I ain't got to the whole thing, so I can still get out here and get my
Yeah.
thing done.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a big believer, like, don't let your circumstances stop you from having the life you deserve. If you feel like you can no longer trust this person, regardless of how many years you've put into it, then you can no longer trust that person. If you don't, if why live in that miserable existence for another, you know, I mean, maybe not 50 years because that's 100, but like, however long, 20 years, 10 years. I mean, that's still a long period of time.
yeah.
So I also think it might be low that he completely divorced you, but I won't be surprised or upset if he does. Like,
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
sorry, no sympathy for me. So
Yeah,
sorry.
girl.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I mean, I could have.
I'm
Yeah,
just like,
it's
did
the
the
fact that
best
you let him
friend
shoot the
like
club
look
up and
like
had the kid.
did he look like the husband? You were because she's like, oh,
No,
okay, he looks enough like both of us, she said. Like, I thought he looked like
mm.
both of us. So like, was this friend looking like your husband too?
On a bigger point, not to belabor this story, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just making me think. I've been drinking around females and different things like that, and I have never. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just don't
Right.
have that horny spirit. Maybe I just don't have that horny spirit on me when that
Yeah.
liquor get the flowing. Because the only thing I want to do is go outside, walk around, or go to sleep. Baby, that's my two
Right.
modes. Either I
Yeah.
want to laugh, kiki, go outside, walk around, explore, or bitch, I want to get in the bed solo dolo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, you gotta clarify that.
Yeah, I want to and go to sleep unconscious.
Yeah.
So I just don't get that whole when people be talking about, I just got drunk one night and next thing I know, I was on all fours.
Yeah.
Well, wait, how do we get here? There's a lot of steps between that last sip of liquor you took
Yeah.
and him shooting the club up.
Yeah.
There was a whole section in there. And
Yeah.
we're forgetting where
Yeah.
decisions could have been made.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm sitting here thinking about the setting of it too. You're talking about being in the comfort of your home,
Girl,
a casual setting. How much, like, were you guys just taking shots after shots after
after
shots? Because that's the only way to possibly
yeah.
come up with oh, I was drinking. But if you're sitting here just casually drinking, yeah, you may, but you're not, you're drinking so much that you're that inebriated. Like,
That's what I'm saying. There is some premeditation there for
yeah,
me. Like I just don't
agreed.
see liquor making you fuck somebody like just because they there. Like she made it
Yeah.
sound like, oh, we was drinking, and next thing I know,
Right.
like oh, I just fell on it. Goddamn.
I
You know
goddamn.
what I'm saying? Like
I'm with you. I
that
mean, you know
it ain't
me.
connecting.
I don't drink, but that's not to say
Yeah.
that I haven't drank and I haven't
Mm-hmm.
gotten drunk or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I have been in that situation where I was drunk. I was pretty messed up. And this guy was insistent, very insistent on things progressing
Mm-hmm.
more than I wanted. And even
Mhm.
when I was laid out like on the bathroom floor, propped up by a bathtub, I was still saying no, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Now,
I
now
couldn't hold
that
my
now,
head
now
up,
we're not
but I
victim
was saying
shaming or
no.
nothing. Just for the people out there.
Right,
We're
right,
not
right.
victim shaming. You know.
We're not victim shaming. But
Let's get that.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about this situation where it's like two
Mm-hmm.
consenting people, two consenting adults.
Mm-hmm.
I was still saying no.
Yeah.
Like, so when people try to use it as an excuse, oh, well, I was so drunk that I just slept with them. No, you didn't just sleep with them. Like,
Yeah.
there was
Like there was
something there.
something.
There was a want. There was, yeah.
Because if not, baby, we need to call the police. We need to get a
Mm-hmm.
kit performed. We need to file some
Yeah.
charges. Like,
Yeah.
if hello, you know what I'm saying? You just don't fall. Your coochie just don't. Yo, and this go for men too. Your dangling
Mm-hmm.
just don't go fall into random vaginas.
Yeah.
There's
But
a lot of work
I will also
involved.
say that because I don't drink often, I've never been all kinds of drunk. I've never been blackout drunk or anything like that. So I can't
Mhm.
say that I, I can't completely say, oh, I was so drunk that I just find it unlikely. I know
Well,
it
as
affects
somebody
everyone
who
differently.
has been that drunk, and
Right.
Kristal has been around me while I have been that drunk, that just ain't for me. If y'all have a different experience, please chime off in the comments. Let
Oh
me
yeah.
know where I got it wrong at
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right,
All
moving on to
right.
my story.
Mhm.
Mm. And I am trying to decide if I want to do the longer one or the shorter one.
Give us the longer one.
The longer one. Okay.
Yeah, let's
This
get
one
into it.
says, and this one infuriated me.
Ooh,
Like,
okay.
it annoyed me so much. I just wanted to
Hmm.
slap OP upside the head. Like, really? I just want you to
Ooh,
know that.
give it to
Okay.
us.
This one says, would I be the asshole if I broke up with my fiance so he could be happier with my sister?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Give it to
Yeah.
us.
Okay. I, 25 female, have been engaged to my fiance, 28 male, for about a month now. He's honestly amazing. He's kind, thoughtful, successful, and way out of my league. I love him so much, but lately I've been thinking that maybe I'm not the right person for him, and maybe my sister Tara, 27 female, would be better for him. Tara is everything I'm not. She's beautiful, smart, outgoing, and honestly, the type of woman that turns heads wherever she goes. She's always been the favorite in our family. My parents adore her, and she's always making them proud. Ever since my fiance came into the picture, it's like my family has started hinting that they think he'd be happier with her. When I first introduced him to my family, they couldn't stop talking about how perfect he is. At first, I thought it was just normal family excitement, but it's gotten kind of weird. My mom constantly makes comments like, Tara and your fiance just have so much in common. And my dad has said things like, it's a shame Tara didn't meet someone like him sooner. They'd make a power couple. At family gatherings, Tara and my fiance seem to get along really well, and everyone keeps pointing it out. My aunt actually said, if your sister ever decides she's ready for a serious relationship, she'd be lucky to find a guy like him, while staring directly at them as they talked. I laughed it off because what else could I do? I know Tara is incredible, and honestly, I'm just not sure I'm the right person for him. Tara Tara's also been spending a lot of time with him, and my family keeps encouraging it. She'll ask him to help with things like fixing her computer or moving furniture, and when I offer to come, she says, no, it's fine. I just need him for a quick favor. They have been spending time at the gym and attend similar events due to having similar jobs. My mom always says how nice it is they're Sorry. My mom always says how nice it is that they've been bonding, and my dad once joked, maybe you're just holding him back, sweetheart. Tara's more on his level. I know they mean well, but it's really starting to mess with my head. My fiance loves me. I know he does. But I can't help but think that maybe he would be happier with someone like Tara. They're both so similar, and I feel like I'm just not good enough. I'm not as confident or outgoing as her, and I think my family sees that too. At our last family dinner, Tara made a comment about how my fiance is the perfect guy and how any woman would be lucky to have him. My dad actually laughed and said, "Well, there's still time for that," which made everyone awkwardly laugh, even my fiance. I felt sick. I've been thinking maybe it would be better for everyone if I just stepped aside. I don't want to hold him back from being with someone who's actually his equal. My family already seems to think they're better suited for each other, and honestly, I feel like I'm the odd one out in my own relationship. I love him so much, but what if he's just settling for me? Would I be the asshole for breaking up with him to make everybody else happy? I'm not asking about me and my feelings. I'm asking if it would be cruel to my fiance.
Um, OP, right? I need you to search the internet because there is this video of this young lady. She has a maxi dress on, um, and she has a bonnet, and her maxi dress is I believe is striped pink and white, right? And she's sitting on the couch and she is delivering an impassioned message to her boyfriend's would-be mistress, right? And she so eloquently said, I hope that you're ready to die about that dick because I'm ready to go to war for it. Okay, and I need you to embody that. Okay, I need you to embody that sentiment and realize that at the end of the day, that's your man. That's your fiance. Your sister don't deserve shit, but what she got and what she ain't got is your nigga. Okay, let's just start there. That is your man. He chose you for now, because we're gonna get there. we're gonna get there because there's some details in the story that's making me a little uncomfortable. But from all jump, that's your man. Don't you ever put yourself in a situation or let people pressure you into thinking that you deserve less than what you got.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, that's like you winning the lottery and they being like, well, Samantha down the street, she would just spend that money so much better than you. Like she would invest it, she would buy another home. You're kind of just sitting on it. You're not really putting that money to its best utilization. So let's just go ahead and get $1 million to the bitch down the street. You wouldn't go for that, would you? So why are you trying to come up off this man?
Mm-hmm.
At the least, marry his ass without a prenup or postnup. Let him build y'all lives together. Make sure that everything that can be in your name is in your name. And everything that has value has you attached to it somehow. Let him have that affair with your sister because it's happening. I'm sorry to tell you, girl, everything that is coming up daisies over there for an affair. Okay, if they ain't penetrated, it's definitely been some lip smacking, gawking. It's something's happening between your sister and that man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced. And your family is aiding and abetting it. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if your mom and your sister got their own chat on the side with your sister talking about, girl, when I tell you, like, it's your family getting real weird. I wouldn't put it past them. It sounds like, yeah, they don't fuck with you like that. For them to talk about this man and your sister about that like that in your face. So I'm saying, let him build that house of bricks, and you blow that bitch down and take him for everything he got. Make sure that he go to your sister with nothing but the drawers around his ankles and the toothbrush and toothpaste strapped on his back. Girl, I want you to take everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a long haul plan. You gonna have to go through some stuff to get there. But baby, when I tell you it's gonna be worth it, because I mean you ain't got to do it for too long. I mean a little 5 years. Give it a little 5 years. Give it a little 5 years, just enough for him to get his shit together. Catch him at his prime, girl, and then knock that house of cards down. Go get you a new man and spend his money. You taking half. That's half that your sister ain't getting. All she got is this man. And by then he ain't gonna be that goddamn cute. Cause I'm assuming You know what? Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
It just it crushes me the way she
Mhm,
talks about herself. You're
mhm.
20, I think she said she was like 27 or something like that. 25. You're 25. The way that your family has treated you, where you get to this point that you think this about yourself, you're so broken down by these people in your lives. You've been, because don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm an introvert. I'm very much, I can be insecure and stuff like that. But this bad to the point where you're questioning if you should even be with your own fiance because everyone else in your life is like, girl, he'd be much better with your sister. Like, you don't deserve him. You're not pretty enough, smart enough. You don't enjoy the same things. Like, you are not on his level. Like, for family to tell you you're not on his level, that's wild to me. I do have a small update.
Woo. Okay.
Just a quick couple of sentences. She says, I confronted my now ex-fiance. He was sleeping with my sister.
Oh.
My entire family knew. I'm done with this site for now. Thanks for the support. So
Bitch, what did I say? What girl? Y'all need to give me a TV show.
oh,
Come to me with your problems, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what the hell is going on.
I'm with you.
Girl, I need them to check my anybody out there in Tea and Crystal Land who has a video editing software and enough time on your hands. I need you to go back through these stories and pick out the times that I have been where we've had updates and I've been right.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't making sense.
No.
I knew that family was aiding and abetting and her nasty ass mama because I know. I swear for God, if we were to subpoena their phones, we would find those messages where the sister and the mama is talking back and forth about this man and the shit that she doing with this man, girl. They be playing in your face this whole time. They be playing in your face at the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody cutting carrots, knowing that he cutting your sister down.
But it's like, why? What's the point? If you as
What's
a man,
the point, girl?
if you as a man got engaged to a sister and then and then starts sleeping with the other sister, and everybody in the family is like, cool, we support this because we think it should be, that's how it should be. Why continue the ruse? Why then propose to the other sister, be engaged to her for the past month? I don't understand the thought behind carrying this on. Like, why continue hurting this person like this? I mean, as the man, at the very least, you've got everyone's approval. So just be like, hey, I'm gonna go with your sister because everyone's saying that we're better for each other, and I believe them. And oh yeah, we're kind of already doing it anyways.
She was gaslit by her family from Jump Street. Some way, somehow, that affair got out to the family, and the family decided that they was with it, and that they were going to convince this girl that she ain't shit. Like, girl, they've been playing you this whole time, and you fell for it. Instead of just being upfront with you and being like, all right, I'm sleeping with your sister. Now, did she say if her sister is older or younger than her?
Oh, she did. I think her sister is older. I think she's 25, and I'm assuming her sister is 27, maybe? Yeah, 27.
And you gonna leave me for my older sibling. That almost hurt. If it was a young... I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Ma'am, I really don't... OP, I really don't want you to take this to heart. And be like, see, I knew he was cheating on me. I knew that I wasn't as good as her. I knew I wasn't as pretty. I knew I wasn't as smart. I knew I wasn't as interesting. I knew I didn't deserve this man. They don't deserve you, girl.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you pulled him. Your sister wouldn't have known who that man was if you ain't pulling, girl. Go out there and pull you another. Pull you a better one. And cut your sister and this man out your life. I mean, girl.
All of them. Throw the whole family away.
That sister, she may be gone forever for me. She may be gone forever for me. The parents, y'all gonna be gone for an extended period of time. I don't know if it's gonna be some months. I don't know if it's gonna be some years. But y'all finna be gone from my life for a good periodically time.
They're
Okay,
gone. They're You're getting a once in a year check-in. That's it. I'm not contacting
girl.
you any other time. Like
Mm,
you, when I say low contact, like the lowest of the low, where it's practically no contact, because you were okay with this. You were okay with having one sister be hurt over another sister, and
mm.
like you said, obviously they must have known. And my thought process when I was sitting here trying to think of why, and then you brought up I think that's exactly it. I think they thought, okay, if we can convince her that he's not good enough for her, then she will be the one to break up with her. And so when he does inevitably come out to the family that he is dating the sister, then she'll be like, "Oh, that makes sense because everyone else saw it." They were
Gaslight her.
protecting the sister. They were trying
Yeah,
to protect the sister so it didn't seem like she did anything wrong. Like,
there it is.
so yeah, no, the sister would be gone. The ex fiance obviously gone too. Anyone else who helped them gone. As for the parents, when I say the absolute bare minimum, text messages only. I don't even want a phone call. Don't send me a letter. Like, I will send you a text. I'm still alive. You're still alive. Great. Oh, honey, daddy is. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, honey, nope. I don't care. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
oh, not on the deathbed.
No, on the
Wait.
deathbed, everything. Like, if you're gonna go to if
Oh.
you're dying and you're like, I want
Mhm.
to make amends before I die. Oh, well, talk to the Lord above.
Oh. Oh.
Because
She
over
said, make your
here
amends at the
at
gates.
the gates, at the
No.
gates, because as
Mm.
far as I'm concerned, I am an
Mm.
orphan, honestly.
Ooh. Yeah.
I would never allow people who could hurt me in that way access to my life.
No.
Never.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. That's messed up, man.
So
That's
messed
like
up.
the level of conniving, scheming,
Yes. And
planning,
that's
like that.
it. It's the
Yeah.
conniving and scheming, because it's
Yeah.
one thing if they came out and were like, we've been messing around, and the parents are like, crap, I don't know how to choose between one child over the other. Like, I don't know what to do. You need to tell her. But no, you guys played into it. You were
Oh,
with
yeah.
it. And you're still willing to accept this person into our lives, knowing that I'm going
Mm.
to have to see them continuously. And you tried to break me down in the process to lift
Yeah.
this person up. You try to make me think I'm the bad one. I'm not pretty enough, smart enough, good enough. I'm the bad one.
And imagine if they get married. Imagine if they get married
Exactly.
and have children.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy and Daddy, how did y'all meet? I don't remember. It was so
Right.
long ago. And why don't we see Aunt Carol?
Right.
Well, what
No.
happened was,
The only time you'll get even a smidgen more contact with me is when I level up. When I marry richer, bigger, better. Just because I want you to be aware of that. As I'm
mm-hmm.
sitting on my private jet, I will send you the a nice picture in the group chat. Oh, going off to Greece again. Hope you guys are good down there in the Midwest. Thanks so much.
You have to send like really cryptic stuff. Like they don't hear from you for a year, and like you say, you're on the private jet, or you're on the terrace of a 5-star luxury private villa,
Mm-hmm.
on the Capes of Greece. But you just send a picture, and you could only see the ocean in like the upper right corner. But otherwise, it's just a picture of a table with caviar on it, and you send one word, Asatrova. And they're gonna have to Google it to find out what that means. And I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna explain to y'all what it means, but the girls know, no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just send that one. They gonna be awesome. What the fuck? That's all you need, girl. You living your best life. You hitting these bitches
Mm-hmm.
with shit they ain't never heard of. Okay. Put it
Mm-hmm.
on a cracker and enjoy. Okay. Fuck these people.
Exactly.
Girl.
Getting
Now I'm about to
showing
get
off,
mad.
sending a picture of my diamond bracelet. He
I-
just buys me this stuff. I guess I'll wear it. It's only a couple million, but I mean, he
Mhm.
didn't do anything wrong, so it's fine.
Yeah. Just added a link for another diamond.
Diamond.
Kill him with this. Another year, another diamond.
Another
Girl, fuck him up.
fuck him up.
Oh, you ready to move on with the show, Crystal?
Yes, I'm ready to move on.
Girl, let's do it. So, for our middle segment, I have a little something for you we haven't done in a while, Crystal. And that is the Florida man. He
Ooh.
has
You know,
come
I
back
had a
with a
feeling.
bit.
I had a feeling. Like, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's going to do it like a Florida man thing, but I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He comes around, it usually coincides with like every other full moon.
Yeah.
He's Florida man, so he's like a week or so late. Um, but this Florida man comes to us from, I believe, Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
And the title of this article is Florida Man Killed Over Song Played on Mexican Restaurant's Jukebox.
Ooh.
Girl, wait until we
Okay.
get into it. I'm not going to share where I got this story from because this publication is garbage. Okay, and I'm not going to say why they're garbage, but just make sure that y'all go out and vote. On November 5th. The story goes like this. A Florida man was shot dead in a gun battle over a song played on a Mexican restaurant's jukebox, according to reports. So sorrow. Now, I'm not okay. Listen, these are a lot
Do
of
you have to
Latin names.
pronounce things?
No,
Oh,
these are a lot of Latin
that
names that I've never
sucks.
seen before.
Mm.
They're giving like Cuban, and I don't know that flavor of Spanish.
Okay.
So y'all are gonna have to, bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
So Saro Memacho, 54, was killed in a scuffle at Antoyatos Mexicanos in Fort Lauderdale around 1:30 a.m. Monday. Crystal, you can take that look off your face. She said it only took a couple months, but this is revenge. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So according to someone at the scene, I heard that there was two guys and they got into an argument because one of them played a song on the jukebox and the other guy kind of got pissed off. Said someone who spoke to three witnesses. They said the name, but I'm not gonna fight with these names no more. The guy that got insulted pulled his weapon and started shooting the other guy, someone else said. The man who slammed the other patron's song choice pulled out his weapon first, but the target of the taunts was allegedly one who opened fire, a third person said. One of them played a song on the Rockola, which I guess is the jukebox on the machine. And the other guy was pissed off and said that you're not a real Mexican if you play that music, he said. The other guy was chasing him shot after shot, a witness said about the incident. It's just sad because this is a really good neighborhood. It never happens, I'm very shocked someone got shot and killed. The victim was shot 3 times, according to a 911 dispatcher. The shooter ran from the scene, the manager of the Mexican restaurant said. As of Tuesday morning, the suspect who has not been seen publicly, has not been arrested, according to the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. Camacho's brother told 7 News that he looked for his brother for most of the morning before he got a call from Fort Lauderdale detectives who confirmed that he had been killed. The only thing that I can say is that I want police to apprehend the suspect because right now there's nothing else we can do, the devastated brother said. They killed that man over a song on the jukebox, Crystal.
And that jukebox is about to be taken out of that restaurant because what?
Girl.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That y'all fighting over a damn song? Like it was going to be over in a few minutes anyways.
I mean, like, it had to be all that. I mean, I could see if somebody was playing like "Oops, I Did It Again" for the 50th time. Like,
right,
all right,
right.
if I got my strap on me, you may just lose your ankle.
Right. Like,
okay.
I mean, I'm just going to unplug the damn jukebox at that point. Like, we can all just sit in silence. But like, that's, and no, I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna say it anyways. There's probably a lot of people sitting here looking at this article going, they're saying things in their head. They are. And they're the same people who are like, well, they're looking at, you know where I'm going with this. You know who I'm comparing this to.
I couldn't say nothing because I was about to spit this drink all over my computer screen. So I just had to grunt and snap because, girl, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
Which
I
is
mean,
why the publication I said,
mm-hmm.
because
Right.
there's a reason, that this story
Mm-hmm.
was shared there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just so ridiculous that I had to share it. But
I know that is ridiculous. You know what? But at the same time, it's Florida. Like
I
this, I don't
mean,
know what it is about Florida, but these things, this type of stuff happens all the time.
all the time,
I mean,
girl.
that's why we can have a whole Florida man thing. That's why a couple
Mm-hmm.
years ago, Florida kept going viral because people were finding the most ridiculous headlines from their
Hell
state
yeah.
because there's so many of them. Yeah, that's wild. I really do hope they apprehend the guy that shot him. I don't see how they can't. Like, he was there with people. Like
Mm-hmm.
they've
Oh, they're
got
gonna
to.
find him eventually.
Yeah, they're gonna find them. I hope this family is able to get justice because that is insane. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't see
girl,
how
that's
it's not.
nuts.
Mm-mm. Okay. Are we moving on to more stories, or you want some more? You want some more awkward, cringy tweets?
It's up to you. I'll give it dealer's choice. I
I'll
think
do a
we're
couple. I'll do a
okay.
couple of the awkward tweets. If anyone doesn't remember, last week I was reading from a BuzzFeed article about people who were tweeting their most awkward moments or the cringy moments, and we had a ball. We had a
good time.
We had a good time. So I'm just going to read a few more because there's so many of them. This one is from Skimble Cat. And they said, pulled into a gas station and was on the wrong side of the pump for my gas cap. Drove around to the other side and did it again. Drove away.
Girl, because
You have no choice. You have to.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, even if the gas station is closed, bitch, somebody's seeing you.
Oh,
and you should
for
be
sure.
ashamed.
And if nothing else, it's on camera. You know it's on camera.
Now, Kristal, I'm gonna ask you this question now.
Oh.
Do you know how to tell which side your gas tank is on?
You mean other than rolling down the window and sticking my head out the window?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Other than that, yeah, there's a little arrow that points to it.
Come on. That's right, Chris. She got nervous, y'all. She don't like these trivia questions. She don't like these trivia questions. In case y'all didn't know, just look at where your gas meter is. The little gas thing that tells
the
you
picture.
that you're on E, the little picture. It has an arrow to tell you which side it's on. You can never get it wrong, girl. If you ain't know that.
It's in all the cars. Yep. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have to check
Listening
mine
audience
regularly.
Oh, me too.
Doesn't matter how long. Doesn't matter how long
day.
I've had the car. I will still check to make sure it hasn't moved.
And can I tell you something? Kristal got a nice ass car. I don't mean to be telling all your business, bitch, but her car is nice, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That bitch sit up off the ground and everything. I'm sorry. Because I saw it for the first time, last time I went home. Matter of fact,
right.
Have I ridden in that car?
No, I think you just briefly got to sit in it because you were about to leave.
No, I did. I did.
Did you?
On New Year's. When you drove me halfway home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. I just remember. Yeah.
You were filling up those leather seats. I do remember.
Was I touching on things?
I think so. I think you were in the back.
Was I in the back? I thought I was in the front.
I thought so. Or maybe you were in the front. Either way, he was filling up on the
because I do faintly remember touching the dash and being yeah, it's coming back to me now.
It's coming back. This is from Morticat, and he says, I took a call at work and tried to transfer it. I was the only person there. I pretended to be someone else with a British accent.
Where the hell did the accent come from?
Well, you got to be somebody else. You got to be someone else.
Yeah, but you couldn't be like Southern accent.
I was about to say, that would be my choice. I think I would go a real
You went to a whole
Southern.
nother country. Like,
just get one of those voice monitors.
Y'all have heard my British accent. They would be like, boy, stop playing on this fucking phone.
I know, right? Give me your supervisor like I asked for. Sorry. Waffles and Bacon said, pre-pap test friend sprayed perfume on her lady garden. Doc says that's festive. It was her daughter's glitter spray.
Oh my God. You know what's crazy? I was just having this conversation with my wife the other day
Oh, okay.
where we were, no, wait. No,
Okay.
we was not, no,
You
we
know,
was
I
not
mean, you're
having
married. You're allowed
that
to know
conversation.
these things.
Anyway, we were watching a performance of Tim's on, I think, the Tonight Show or something, and she had this body glitter on, and I was
Mm.
like, that seems like it would be like extremely hard to effectively get off. It would seem like you would have that glitter on you for a days probably
Mm.
after constant showers and stuff. And I was like, well, water runs down your body, so wouldn't it be bad for like your, you know what I'm saying? Especially
Mhm.
when you're a woman with curves and stuff, like shit can get lost in translation. You know what I'm saying? And you be finding glitter around your parts for weeks. Like I just don't think it's worth it, ladies. Don't put nothing with no glitter product in it. Okay, unless it's going on your face and you know you could wipe that shit away. Okay. Ooh.
Sorry, my dogs are barking. All right, I'm going to do one more and then we'll get right back into the stories. This is
Yes,
from
ma'am.
Noah Vale. And they said, after flunking a job interview, got up, shook everyone's hand, and walked into the coat closet.
I mean, if you didn't fail the interview before then, girl, you definitely failed it now, bitch. If we
He
can't
did.
trust you to find the door on the way out, girl, you can't work in here. I'm sorry. You can't
I
work
just
in
hope,
here.
I just wonder, did they like open the door and be like, oh, that's the clothes
Oh,
closet? Or did they like go in it? They're like, thank you
right.
so much, and open it and walked in and was like, this
Because
is
at that point,
awfully
just close
dark.
the door behind you. Close the
Yeah,
door behind you until they exit the room and then just
until
see
they exit the
yourself out.
room.
Yeah.
Just close it and be like, so if you guys could all just leave, that would be fantastic. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
stay here.
I
Thanks
live
so
here
much.
now.
I live here now.
Actually, I live
I
here.
sent a text like that to my mom last week and she did
Mhm.
not get it. She didn't get it.
Yeah,
It
I
was like
live here
it
now.
was yeah. It was like a week or two ago because I was working a job, and when we had wrapped, it was like I spent an extra hour and 15 minutes there unnecessarily
Mhm.
because we didn't have official word that we could go.
Mhm.
And I kept asking, like, okay, so where does this stuff need to go? Are we keeping it here? Is it staying built? Are we putting it somewhere else? Like, what are we doing? And everyone's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And the person who makes that decision was not present. They were somewhere else. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, well, where is this person? Can someone get a hold of them? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody. And so finally, there was the second day that happened. I texted my mom a picture of my surroundings and I was like, I live here now. The desks are going to be my bed. I'm staying here. And she was like, I don't get it. I'm like,
Ma'am.
never mind, mom.
Never
Never mind.
mind. That ain't.
Okay. Are you reading the next story or am I reading the next story?
I can read the next one. We'll just
Copy. You
bounce
do
back
it.
and forth. You can close out this show.
Cool.
So this one comes from the subreddit r/ am I the asshole? And this one is entitled Am I the Asshole for Accidentally Ruining My Friend's Kids' Safe Food? So earlier today, we were at a mutual friend's kid's birthday party with all of our kids. Standard kid party, barbecue food, hot dogs, hamburgers. I was helping the hosts on the barbecue and slinging dogs and burgers to all the kids. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get through that sentence. I knew I wasn't gonna be dogs and burgers, bitch. Like, oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, sorry. I'll do it again for the edit. I was helping the hosts on the barbecue, slinging dogs and birds to all the kids. God
You really
damn it.
you
Sorry,
really
I'm
helped me
sorry.
there.
It's the dogs and Burgs. Burgs. Okay, I'm sorry. Again, take 3. I was helping the hosts on the barbecue, slinging dogs and Burgs to all the kids and adults. One of the kids at the party asked if we had any bologna. Told him no, bologna. Told him no bologna, only hot dogs and hamburgers, and jokingly said, but hot dogs and bologna are basically the same meat, just in a different form. Kid didn't take that either, grabbed chips and went and did things with the other kids. I apologize in advance for the reading of this post because there is no punctuation
Oh.
at all. After 2 hours, after about 2 hours after the party, I got a text from the kid's dad, which I found a bit odd. We went to school from kindergarten to graduating university, but not a, let's go out every weekend kind of friend.
Mhm.
In the text, he was losing his mind that I ruined the one food that they could rely on him eating, bologna, because I said it was the same meat as a hot dog and explained to this son who was a very picky eater. I genuinely feel bad because I know how hard it can be to feed a kid when they don't want anything you cook, but I had no idea how deep it ran with their son. The host texting me text the hosts texted me to ask if the other friend reached out, and I said that I did nothing and said that I did nothing wrong and that it was being blown out of proportion, and if the kid had such a big aversion, it should have been brought up before. I'm sorry. This letter is fucking me up, girl. They put into beforehand by the parents, but I can't help but feeling like a total jerk all afternoon. Am I the asshole?
You know,
I'm the asshole for not editing that letter. I'm sorry, y'all. That's
it's
my
always
bad.
it's always crazy to me when I hear these stories because I think to myself, like, what would I do in this situation? And I feel like I'm a lot bolder when it's not actually
Mhm.
me because I for
Yeah.
real am thinking about, like, I think I was like, I'm gonna text that person back and be like, oh, I'm sorry, can you point out the points in our previous text where you mentioned that your child is so picky that I can't tell them about the hot dog and bologna being the same thing? You can't because you didn't say shit. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not my fault, dude. What do you want me to say? I would never say that. I would be thinking that, but I would probably never say it. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I'd be groveling. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But yeah,
Mhm.
like, how am I supposed to know that your kid is so picky that if I mention that bologna and hot dog are essentially the same thing, he's no longer going to eat the bologna, and that's the only thing he eats? How am I supposed to know that?
Mm-hmm.
So I agree, obviously, with the host that this is obviously being blown out of proportion. I get it. Your kid's picky. You have finally found something that he liked. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I didn't know.
Listen, for me, as a parent, every parent goes through this with their
Mm-hmm.
kids, where their
Mm-hmm.
kids is, picky, whatever, whatever, whatever. For me, you're not finna play in my face when it comes to food. I'm sorry. I have like almost no patience for it
Mm-hmm.
because I know you can eat it. I know you can eat it. You don't want to eat it because you want something else that is either, sweeter or crunchier or, more fun to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But bitch, you got to eat. And if it's between you starving or me having to bend over backwards to find you baloney, bitch, you finna starve today. I'm sorry.
Right.
You finna be hungry until you like, all right, my stomach hurt. Like, I need something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, go
Right.
on ahead and then get you a bag of chips. Go get you something. Figure it out. You old
Mm-hmm.
enough now. Figure it out. I'm not finna be doing this with you. You eat,
Right.
bologna sandwiches every day. I'm not playing that game. You need
Mm-hmm.
you need to have some type of balanced diet. We need to find you something in each of the groups that you can get down with. I don't care if you eat the same shit every day, but
Mm-hmm.
you ain't finna be eating bologna sandwiches everywhere we go. I'm sorry.
And
Maybe call me insensitive.
but if
I
that
don't have
even
it.
if that is the case, then why didn't you send a bologna sandwich or send the bologna and I can make the sandwich? Like, why was that not communicated in any way?
Mm-hmm.
I
See,
don't.
for me, I'm because I agree with you 100%. But for
Mhm.
me, I'm like, you shouldn't even have had let it get to this point.
I
Why
mean,
are you
yeah.
going to other people's cookouts asking for bologna?
Mhm.
That would make me so mad.
Yeah.
Why are you going to other people's places knowing what's finna be served?
Mhm. Yeah.
Asking about a
Right.
bologna sandwich. Come on. You
Yeah.
are too, if you old enough to go to somebody and ask for bologna, you too goddamn grown to only be eating bologna sandwiches talking about you a picky eater.
Mm.
Unless your stomach get the bubbling and shaking and moving, and you got to sit on the toilet. If you eat, a hot dog or a little chicken sandwich or something, I don't have it for you.
I
I
don't
don't have the
have it
patience
for
for you. Um, and like you said, Crystal, you may not have said it, but I may have.
you.
Like, bitch, I
Right.
don't know. I don't know your weird ass son.
It's
This little baloney boy. I don't know him. He the little weird. He the little
exactly.
weird kid that asked me about baloney at a cookout. Okay, who has baloney in their houses anymore? Girl, that ain't nothing but moose knuckles. Lizard tails and
Mm-mm.
rabbit ears ground
Look.
up and flattened out. Bitch, he don't need to be eating that.
Oh no. That was
For
yeah,
the
I
record,
agree.
this will be the first time that we do this. I'm going to link this story in the description. I want no because Crystal, they really gonna think I can't read. I want y'all to go in the description wherever you are listening or watching
Mhm.
and go look at that story. I swear, this man's sentence said the
Watch it be
host,
deleted.
texting me asking if the I want y'all to see this. The hosts it's down at the bottom. I know it's blurry for y'all. The hosts, texting me. I could have seen if it said the host, texting me,
Mhm.
asked if I could have forgave you for that. You got these people out here thinking I can't read,
I was
bitch.
about to say
Check the description.
you're gonna link it and people are gonna go and be like, T, it's not there anymore. Was it ever?
Girl, did you make this up? Is that
Did
why
you
you
make
were
this up?
stuttering?
It's okay.
Girl.
Everyone has issues. Okay. We're going to move on to the last story, which is also from the Am I the Asshole forum. And this one says, Am I the asshole for refusing to let my brother's fiance wear her late mother's wedding dress at my wedding?
Okay.
Hmm. So
Hmm.
I 28 female and getting married in 2 months, and I've planned every detail down to the last flower petal. It's my dream wedding, and I've been saving and planning for years. Here's where things get tricky. My younger brother, 26 male, is engaged to his fiancee Emma, 24 female, and she recently lost her mother in a tragic accident. Emma and I have always gotten along fine, but we're not super close. Anyway, her mom had a very beautiful, expensive wedding dress that Emma inherited, and it means a lot to her. A few days ago, Emma came to me in tears asking if she could wear her late mom's wedding dress to my wedding as a guest. I was shocked because it felt off. Like, I totally understand that she wants to honor her mom, but I just feel like a wedding dress at someone else's wedding is not the time or place, especially since she knows I have a very specific theme, color palette, and vibe for my day. I told her gently that I didn't think it was appropriate, and she started crying, saying it was the only way she felt her mom could be with her during a major family event. She said she never get to see her mom at her own wedding, and wearing the dress felt like a way to keep that connection. I felt for her, but I held firm that my wedding wasn't the right time for that. Well, now my brother is furious with me, saying I'm a heartless and selfish, and a bunch of family members have started taking sides. Some say Emma's request is deeply sentimental and that I'm being too rigid about wedding rules, while others agree that it's weird for a guest to wear a wedding dress at someone else's wedding. Emma hasn't spoken to me since, and my brother says they're considering not coming to the wedding at all unless I change my mind. My fiance is supportive of me, but I'm starting to feel guilty because I know this is tied to grief and I don't want to be the bad guy. Am I the asshole for refusing to let her wear her late mother's wedding dress to my wedding?
Whoo, my Lanta. First of all, you told me to do this, Crystal. Rigid.
What did
Um,
I say?
rigid. Um, I'm in a stupor. I'm in a stupor because I get that this passing is fresh,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you want to honor your mom as quickly as possible. Question mark. However, my wedding is not the because you have one coming up, right? And to you want your cake and you want to eat it too. Okay, sister-in-law to be. You want to wear the dress that you want to wear for your wedding, but you also want to have a wedding to wear your mom's dress, but you don't want to wear your mom's dress to your own wedding. So you think you finna do it at mine. And baby, I'm sorry. Closed casket. Okay? Absolutely not. You not finna wear it. And if that means that you and my stupid ass brother ain't gonna be there, because that's what you acting like, brother. You acting like your IQ dropped a good 30 points behind this. Let's not do that. I get chivalry and standing by your woman. Your woman made a ridiculous request. And you don't care enough to know that it's a ridiculous request because you got to live with that bitch. Okay? That lady. Ooh, I'm getting too comfortable. You got to live with that lady. So you know you never gonna hear the end of it if you don't stand up to your sister. I'm 10 toes on it. Okay. And if they mean that you can't come, that just means you can't come. I'm sorry. She ain't wearing that. Nope, I can't say it. She's not wearing that dress to my wedding. I don't want to disrespect the dead, so I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. She not wearing that dress to my wedding. Ain't no way, dog.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I don't like. Why can't she just wear it to her wedding if it means that much to her? Then whatever dress she got originally, like, discard that one. It's not wear the dress. That dress to your wedding. You said fiance, so you guys are engaged. It's going to happen at some point, I'm imagining. Yeah, that's a ridiculous request because I'm also imagining, like, what does this dress look like? This beautiful, exquisite dress. Is this big, poofy ball gown? Like, what is that going to look like? You walking down or sitting in the pews in your wedding dress? Like, I'm sorry. I feel for you. And if you guys feel like you cannot attend my wedding because of this, then that will be your mistake. But I'm not going to I can't, that's not something I can worry about on my wedding day.
Can't call it.
And
can't call it.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
And it has nothing to do with rules of, it's just weird, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
everybody else in here finna be in nice what they call them Easter colors. What do you call those? Pastel colors.
Yeah.
Or nice fall colors depending on what time of the year it is, in the spring or the fall. And here you come in here with the 1974 special.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Frilly collars and
because
and
let's be real. Wedding dresses, probably when your mom was getting married, unless she recently got married, back then there was no mermaid style, really. It's probably a full-on ball gown. So what are you trying to do showing up to a wedding in basically a ball gown?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. No. I'm sure if you go in your mother's closet, there is something there that you can wear and modify to your style that is more appropriate than her literal wedding dress. Anything of your mother's is going to signify the same thing.
Get a necklace, get a ring,
something.
She don't have to be any of those things in the form of this dress.
Right.
She can be there with you in the form of anything you got on your person.
Right.
That belong to her.
Right.
Shit, get a little ash. Rub it on the, you know what I'm saying? Mix it up in your perfume. See, rub it on your temples or something.
You did too much there.
Okay. You know what? I'll be taking it too far. I'm sorry.
Taking it too far. You say that for the after show.
I want y'all to know I've been very good this podcast because there have been a lot of things I wanted to say. One of these days, I'm just going to let loose. Kristal. It's going, you know what? One day when we have a paid subscription to something.
Right.
Where what I say is behind the paywall.
Well, paywall, yeah.
The $99.99 paywall. Then they can get the real unfiltered me. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because
Agreed.
some of the shit that be coming up in my head, y'all would be like, oh my God. I can't believe he would say that. Well, thank you for that, Kristal.
You're
That
welcome.
was quite infuriating. And thank you all for joining us for another episode of the Tea and Crystals podcast. If you like what you heard, please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening. Make sure that you also leave us a written review. I should have said that at the top of the show too. Cause I be looking at the analytics. And as soon as I say thank, y'all be like, click. Thanks. As soon as I get the y'all be turning us off. Y'all, this is low key the Marvel credits. Like y'all can get some little Easter egg situations at this part of the show. You know what I'm saying? Kristal, I'm only talking to me and you because they already clicked off.
They had already clicked off. I know.
Girl.
It's okay. You can tell me. I'll always be here to listen.
Right. They don't even know that we're announcing a world tour next week. They don't know that. If you like what you saw, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe on YouTube. If you have any questions, comments, or you would like to share your own story, please do so at teaandcrystal@gmail.com. That's TEAANDCRYSTAL at gmail.com. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook by searching Tea and Crystals Podcast. Follow us on TikTok at Tea and Crystals Podcast and on Instagram at Tea and Crystals Pod. Make sure you look at the description wherever you are listening or watching for all of those links. Now, Kristal, is there anything else you want to say to the people before we get the hell up out of here?
Don't forget, you guys have been really nice to us in the comments lately. Be sure to hit them up. Let us know what you thought about these stories, these situations, Timmy's pronunciations, my pronunciations. And we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Them hearts ain't doing it. Yes. Here we go. Bye.